she raised had to do with the laboratory services at JNF Hospital. And in particular, she was querying why it is that she has been referred to the private laboratories in terms of getting the C125 test done, as well as thyroid tests. For those of you who do not know what is a C125 test, it is a test that is administered in a laboratory to determine if a woman has exposure or likelihood to ovarian cancer. The thyroid test, which is a test in your organ, in your throat, to basically assess whether your metabolism is malfunctioning or if there are other problems with your thyroid that your primary physician will have to address. What I will tell you is that I am not aware that there is any malfunctioning equipment for those tests at JNF. What is happening is that we are suffering from a severe shortage of laboratory technicians. At the moment, JNF is trying to recruit an additional 3 or 4 lab techs because we have one person who has been suspended because of insubordination. Another one has resigned and returned to Trinidad, and we are now in negotiation with the government of Cuba in terms of getting 2 highly trained lab techs here by the end of November. What I will tell you, however, is that the reason why we would be referring persons to the private laboratories for those more expensive and time-consuming tests is because of the shortage, number one, and number two, because of the crisis that we are facing in St. Kitts and Nevis with non-communicable diseases, your cancer, your hypertension, your diabetes, and so forth. The lab is over-flooded with requests for testing. Those types of blood tests for hemoglobin, for things like your level of cholesterol in your bloodstream and so forth. And as a result of that, because of the shortage, the Ministry of Health has had to take the position that it will only be for those patients who are in hospital that we will be doing those extended tests for, because they are already ill, they're in there, and the doctors and specialists would need to have the results. So please bear with us. Yes, it is true that some of these other tests are not cheap. And quite frankly, when you do go to the government lab, it's a highly subsidized rate that you're paying. But it is the best that we can do right now because of the human resource issue that we have. What we need is to have more of our local people go off to train in these areas so that we do not find ourselves in a position of dependency on foreign nationals to come and assist us. Okay? I think there was also a question relating to the drains, but that had an overlap for me because Mr. Riley works in the Environmental Health Department. What I would indicate for that particular issue, when it comes to storm drains that have heavy silt buildup, the Ministry of Health does not have the equipment to deal with it. We have tried, and in some cases, Minister Liebert has graciously consented, as he had done in terms of the Newtown storm drains, in terms of having public works deal with it. For the Ministry of Health to take on that responsibility, we would have to procure a piece of equipment known as a tractavator, which we do not have at the moment. But nevertheless, I will still pursue the matter with Mr. Riley. I am not happy to hear that it is an issue for which you have to repeatedly go to him to get some movement on, and we will see what we can do about it. Thank you.